Hi everybody, this is Leah of seejanedrill. Now today we're going to be replacing this old, outdated porch light. And we're going to swap it out for something fresh and maybe a little more modern. Now this is what we're going to be installing. I like the look, it looks a little bit more modern, and it was reasonably priced. Now one of the first things I like to do is I like to take the instructions, I turn to the page that says Package Contents, and then I compare what's in the box to what's on that page. Because there have been times when I've purchased something only to find out that I didn't have all the parts only after putting it together. So this will save you some time in the event that not all the parts are there. Next, turn the power off at the breaker panel, but I always like to turn the power off at the switch as well. Now remove the old fixture. Now, this particular fixture, it just has a nut here and a nut here holding the fixture in place, but I'm still going to have to disconnect the electrical. Now I'm going to remove the fixture from the wall, but it's still tethered by the wires. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to steady it, and I'm going to make certain that the unit, even though I cut the power off, isn't energized. So I'm going to use this, and it's going to tell me if it turns red, I know that the power is still on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the support bracket here so I can get to the wires. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bracket. And what that does is it allows me to access the wires. So this is my neutral, white on white, okay? So I'm going to pull this out just to give myself a little space. This right here is my hot, which is black. I just want to give myself a little space here, okay? There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my wire nuts. That's what this is. This is a wire nut. This is a wire nut too. Then you just twist them off. Now I'm disconnected so I can just pull my light fixture down. Now I'm going to install the new support bracket. My bracket is secure. Now is the time to attach our fixture. Remember what I said? White wires to white wires, black wires to black wires. White denotes neutral, black denotes hot. Now there's a ground wire, and the ground wire can either be a copper bare wire, a green wire also denotes ground. Our box is already grounded, so we have no wire to attach to. And what that means is I'm going to use this green grounding screw. That's why it's green, and it's going to ground our fixture. So this is our ground wire to our fixture, and I'm going to attach it to this grounding screw here, and that's going to go first. Because what it's going to do is it's going to hold our fixture in place while we make the other connections. Now it's time for us to make our other connections. I've got my wing nut here, and I'm going to attach my white fixture wire. I'm going to tighten it up, thumb tight. That's a tight connection. Now I'm going to move on to my hot wire. Now I'm going to connect my black to black. This is the hot wire to the fixture. I want to make certain that I get it nice and tight. Okay, that's tight, nice and tight. Now one of the things that I always like to do is I like to secure my connection, my wire nuts to my wires by using electrical tape, because that's going to make certain that nothing happens as I insert both back into the box. Now I'm going to attach to the fixture. There we go. There's a little nut here that's going to hold it in place. if I can get it on. There we go. Now I'm going to attach my globe. Okay, so let's turn it on and see what we have. So our porch light is installed, but I had to turn it off because the light was interfering with the camera's ability to capture the porch light. Now what I want to say is the installation took me about 30 minutes to do. You can do it in about 30 minutes as well. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.